Please click on the subscribe button so you get notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it.
Super Bowl preview. Um, CMC is a great weapon. CMC is a crucial part of the game. But if something were to happen to CMC in this game, I am not worried one bit. We have Elijah Mitchell, who I believe that people have underrated and forgot that he is a strong and great runner when he is given the ball. He gets 5 yards a carry. You can look it up, 4 to 5 yards a carry. Dude is a truck. And then I can also see Debo Samuel picking up the slack for CMC if he goes down in the behind the line of scrimmage, passing plays, bubble screens, all that stuff. Like if something happens to CMC, even though he is the
See,
best player in the league in any offensive position, I think we're gonna be fine. Even if the Chiefs find a way to neutralize him, I think we should go with CMC and Elijah Mitchell in this upcoming game if they find a way to neutralize CMC.
well,
Two backs, two backs.
I think the way it should go is that you definitely start off by running the ball, establishing some sort of, dominance on the line of scrimmage, right? Because you need to do that, And once you see that you're struggling, that they're stopping it, then you go to passing. But I think the Chiefs are prepared for like bubble screens and like a pass to Debo in the flat or whatever, CMC or whatever. So I think if you're the Niners, you got to come up with something like way different because the Chiefs are going to be creative. Like you've seen that in the past. You've seen that against, the Ravens. You've seen that against the Bills. You've seen that in the past against the Niners. I mean, even the Eagles in the Super Bowl, like you've seen, they're very creative. So like I feel this game, like I think we might go down. I think they're gonna score probably on the first possession. I think we might score on the first possession too. I
Can
think it's
I
gonna
be
be
honest with you? The way that I see this game going, I think we're gonna be down 13 or 10-0 by the end of the first quarter. I believe Nick
crazy.
Wright is gonna no, hold on, let me finish.
That's
I
crazy.
believe Nick Wright is gonna be tweeting and going crazy, like, "Oh my God, I told you guys the Super Bowl was last week. This is gonna be a blowout, yada yada yada." And then this game is gonna end up being like the Niners Eagles was earlier this season, where we start off slow, where it looks like they figured us out offensively in the first quarter, and then in the second quarter of that game, we get a first down, we start to run, and then we turn the game around either 31-20 or 31-17.
That's crazy. I feel no. See,
32-17.
I feel like if we go down a lot, the Chiefs are very good at holding the ball. Like Patrick
Yeah,
Mahomes is
maybe. Yeah,
not
maybe.
gonna blow a lead. Like, they're gonna run the ball. They're gonna figure out how to get it to Travis Kelce, like get those short yards, get those, long, long drives. So I feel like if we go down a lot, like 14-0, 10-0, it's gonna be a long night for us because like Chiefs are good. Like you gotta give them credit. They're good.
They're the world champs for a reason. But I'm also gonna tell you this: our defense is definitely like, yeah, we've struggled the last couple of weeks in the playoffs, but we're still a top 10, top 8 team in all metrics if you really look at it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Chiefs are number 2 in yards per game allowed. We're 8th. They allow what, 289 yards per game. We only allow 303 yards per game. That's not a like from second to eighth. It's only like a 4 yard. No, it's like a 14-yard difference. Yeah, it's
But I
14.
mean, the thing is like the thing with this Chiefs team that's different from prior
Alex, they
team.
allow 113. They allow
Yeah, I know. That's but I'm just saying the thing that's different about this Chiefs team than prior years is that the Chiefs this year offensively aren't better than the team
offensively, and that's
defensively.
fine, and that's totally. And I understand that, but the fact that they've disrespected our defense as bad as much as they've disrespected it, they're like, oh, they're gonna give it to Isaiah Pacheco. They're gonna do this. Like I understand we have struggled the last couple of weeks stopping the run, but what happened when we needed to stop the run in the second half? I can guarantee you we're gonna be on assignment. We're gonna be on effort against the Chiefs. Like there's a reason why we're the third. We're the third best team. We're the third best rush defense in the league. We only
You know,
allow 89.7 yards per game, 4 yards per carry.
one thing I do trust is that like if we go down or something, that we can make adjustments to it, especially defensively. I feel like, the Detroit game was like a big, big, big game for us just because it showed us that we're like, okay, even if we go down big, we can still come back and do something. So like I feel like if we go down defensively, I'm pretty confident that we'll make like the switches, the
Now,
changes.
now where they could get us, 100% where they could get us is pressuring Brock. But you also got to take into account Brock is the best quarterback under pressure in the league. Like the Chiefs got 57 sacks on the year. If Brock can use his mobility like he used it again, they're the
Did,
second.
did you just say Brock is the best
No, no,
quarterback
no, no,
under
no, no, no. I said
pressure?
no, no, no. Yeah, he's the best quarterback under pressure in the league this year. Under
Oh, I took that the wrong way. Like I thought you meant like 2 minutes left, fourth quarter.
no, 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 no. When the pocket collapses,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, no,
and they're
it's in my
trying
brain
to
now.
sack him, Brock is the best quarterback in the league under pressure. Um,
Statistically.
statistically, he's the best quarterback in the league under pressure. And the Chiefs, they're the number 2 defense this year when it comes to sack. The thing is with Brock, if he can use his mobility like he did last week against Detroit, and he can get out the pocket, something Lamar didn't do against the Chiefs last week or 2 weeks ago, I think we're going to be fine. They're the number 2 defensive team in sacks. We're the 7th team. We got they have 9 more sacks than us. I get it, 9 more sacks than us, but they're missing their. I think they're missing Joe Tooney, which is a big plus for us because Joe Tooney is a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer guard, and I believe they're losing. They're missing their nose tackle on the defensive side, and Omina, who is also out.
Mm.
So we'll be able to pound the ball against them. Their injuries are stacking up. They're gonna try to go to Travis Kelsey, and I'll be real with you, Dre Greenlaw is gonna be able to neutralize Travis Kelsey. He's a pass. Drake.
Hold on now. Hold on. Travis Kelsey is nice. I'm not gonna lie to
No,
you.
I'm not. I'm
That
not
white
saying
boy can play.
that white boy can definitely play, but don't let's not act like Drake Greenlaw is not one of the best pass coverage defensive linebackers in the league.
All I'm gonna say, Travis Kelsey might go for like 75 yards and a TD, and tutty. You know what I'm saying?
I think he gets 4 receptions for 75 4 receptions about 70 to 75 yards, and they're gonna target him about 10 times. But I guarantee you, Dre Greenlaw will neutralize Travis Kelsey. I
Okay.
believe
Is he getting a touchdown in this game? Yes or no?
he
I
won't
vote
get a touchdown. He won't get a touchdown.
he won't get a touchdown.
Mahomes will throw it to him in the end zone, and if we because I think if we let Travis beat us for a touchdown, that's us beating. Mahomes has to throw it to Rice or somebody else in order to score on us. Don't throw it to Travis. That's his guy. Do
Do you
not let
think
his guy eat.
do you think George Kittle scores his touchdown? I got money on George. I'm not saying I bet, but I'm just saying, yeah, I would. I would. I would. George
I
Kittle.
think George would, but I'm also not saying Travis couldn't get a touchdown. If he does get a touchdown, I don't see him having a big game yardage wise. Does that make sense?
I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's either you pick
It's one or the other. It's one or the other.
you
Okay.
either use him to they're going to use him to either gain yardage moving the ball up and down the field, or they're going to use him in critical situations in the red zone. I'm not saying they can't use him for both, but it's going to be one or the other. He might get a touchdown, 45 yards, 10
Yeah,
targets or whatever.
maybe, probably.
But I guarantee, or I can't guarantee you, but I strongly believe Dre Greenlaw is going to be able to help neutralize and bracket Travis Kelsey. Mooney Ward is facing. So that's also another thing about the Niners. Like our entire core has been there in 2019. Mooney Ward was with the Chiefs when they beat us for the Super Bowl, and then they traded him to us. How do you think he feels about that? Javon Hargrave was on the losing side with the Eagles last year.
Well, I don't know. No, no, no. I don't think Mooney got traded to us. I think we signed him in free agency, but we did overpay for him because we needed a cornerback. But
Yeah,
he just likes the liners more.
yeah, yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
don't think. Well, who's to say they did that? I don't even know if the Chiefs offered him a contract. Either way,
Oh, they probably did, but we overpaid a lot. Like I mean, we definitely overpaid. But I mean, he's lived
he's
up
one of
to
the
it.
best. He's one of the best corners in the league, and I think
Yeah,
he's going to be an integral part. I think Jair Brown. So this is also another thing I'm subscribing to. If we win the Super Bowl,
I'm a
or when we win
fan.
the Super Bowl, when we win the Super Bowl, we're gonna have a new NFL rivalry. Like we had LeBron and the Warriors. We're gonna
You think it's
have
gonna be the Niners and the Chiefs?
bro, it's been Niners unofficially, it's been Niners and Chiefs the last 4 to 5 years. If you really think about it, we've always been in the NFC
Well, hold
Championship
on, hold on.
game.
Let me. I feel like there's stories, because in the AFC, you got the rivalries in the AFC right now, I guess, have been Chiefs, Bills, I want to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then for the NFC, you always have Niners, Dallas.
Yeah, but we own that ass.
Exactly. And Kansas owns the Bills. But now, like when you look at the whole thing, I could agree with that. If the Niners win, though, then you could say it's a rivalry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If the
Mhm.
Niners win, in 2019 we had part one. 2024 we're having part two. Who's to say in the next 3 to 4 years we might not have a part three? Brock Purdy gets better. They draft more offensive weapons for Patrick Mahomes. Who knows what could happen? But I could see that being the next NFL rivalry, especially considering how competitive the Niners have been in the NFC side and struggling to break through to finally be able to break through, and the Chiefs being able to make it year in and year out. Both teams, I believe, have found their quarterback, their star elite quarterback, and both teams are going to be able to flourish for years to come.
I think with the Chiefs, that's really a dynamic that's really, I think, unique is the fact that Travis Kelce is a lot older. Like he's what, 30 something, 35, 36, something like that. And like he's gonna retire like probably next year. Like maybe not
Couple
this
years,
year,
couple years.
but he's gonna retire soon. So you gotta look like, oh, you gotta think about like who's gonna be Patrick Mahomes' weapon when that time comes. So
Well, that's why they got Rasheed Rice.
and I don't know if any reason will be coaching like for his like 5 or 10 more years.
So
So
yeah, there's definitely a lot of things that are still up in the air for the Kansas City Chiefs. But I can never count out Patrick Mahomes. That's one
yeah,
thing.
that is true. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Never count out Patty Mahomes as much as because bro, like I was a Kansas City Chiefs fan when we moved off of Colin Kaepernick, or when we moved off Alex Smith for Colin Kaepernick, because I till this day I still believe Alex Smith could have won us or kept us competitive enough as like Colin Kaepernick did in that era.
I feel like Colin Kaepernick was just a good change of scenery, though.
He was a great change of pace, but he was a decent change of pace, but he was not his decision making, his like Colin, Cam, same
No,
start.
Cam is better, but
No, no,
yeah,
no. What I'm saying, Colin Cam is Colin and Cam. Collins, what's he called?
ego.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I guess you could say that, but
And the Niners thought they had the right quarterback when they clearly had the right head coach. And that's why things ended up being the way that they ended up being.
yeah.
Mahomes is also another thing. Mahomes is undefeated when he plays inside of a dome. I either this season or in his career. I need to check. I need to check in that on that. But either way, 11-0. I honestly believe the black hole, because you know how they call the Allegiant Stadium the black hole because it's the Raiders Stadium. That shit's gonna turn into the gold mine. Because you heard how like everybody was booing, and like you heard the opening,
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. There's a lot of Niners fans in Vegas, which is crazy.
bro, I can honestly see it like Allegiant turning into the gold mine. And bro, I'm starting something new, the gold mine. The gold mine. And like they're gonna have I have a feeling they're gonna, like, you know how Arrowhead has the whole like gets super loud. If they thought Arrowhead was loud, this dome, bro, they might have to go into a silent cadence, because I
Maybe.
think it's going to be loud. I think it's going to be loud, and I think they're going to be there's a strong contingent for the Niners in the Super Bowl.
I could see that happening. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like I still subscribe to the fact we'll be down. Nick Wright's going to be going crazy, and we come back and we win. That's just like I have a strong feeling about that one.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good game. Honestly, I think it's gonna go blow for blow, come down to like the fourth quarter. So
I feel that. Moving
Hope
on.
not, though.
What happened?
I hope not. I hope we blow him out in the third, and then fourth is just run the ball, run the ball.
I hope so too. I strongly feel like we are due to have a good game, and this is the game that it has to be. We are due, and it has to be this game to have a game where both the offense and the defense are playing well together, and
I
it may
think
not have to be for
Fred.
the entire game.
I think Fred gets a pick again in the Super Bowl. I see it happening. I love me some Fred.
Oh,
I
and then yeah, I love me some Fred. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, and then the future looks bright. Next year we get Hoof back with Jair Brown year 2, who's clearly shown that he's a good safety. Tashawn Gibson's probably not going to be back. We're gonna have bro.
Puff and Jair Brown. I'm excited to see how that works out. I
That's
hope
gonna
Puff
be
comes
great.
back healthier and just more, strong, I guess, but I hope he doesn't lose like those instincts or that explosiveness because he's not fast. He's not a fast guy already, so we'll see how it works out.
Facts.